TV screen again and showed me all the things that kept me down. And I just didn't want to face the world.
Amen.
But my mother prayed from the time I can remember. And I began to get a change of heart and mind. I was always a mama's boy, loved my mother. And I wanted to do everything I could to please her, but I was struggling with this. Eventually, it happened. And it happened before she died, and she was so happy. Because I was able to have victory. I'm not ashamed now to tell you what happened. But I was ashamed of what happened. But I'm happy today, and I'm filled with joy because of where I am. God has delivered me in so many ways, and I have a reason to be happy. I have a reason to be joy. In 2008, from an injury in Vietnam, I had to have spinal surgery, which ended up paralyzed. No feeling, couldn't walk, wheelchair. My mother came, and she brought other members of the family of God. And they prayed for me, and eventually from the wheelchair, I got to a walker. 4 years later, I was on a cane. I started therapy at the VA in 2008, spinal therapy. I'm still in that therapy, but I have feeling in my hand. I don't have to tell you I can walk. So when I say I can walk, that's a joy because, see, Paul tells us that we are to walk after the Spirit. And the reason why he used the verb walk, because we all understand what that means, but we also understand that life to follow Christ is a journey. You see, they didn't have motorcycles, and they didn't have the Cadillacs or Fords back then. Maybe every now and then one had a donkey, but most of the time when they took their journey, no matter how far, they had to walk. So this was a good symbol for Christians to understand that we on our journey is to walk after the Spirit. Paul said in verse 5, in chapter 5, in verse 1, Paul said that wherefore, as by one man sin entered the world, and death entered by sin. And so death was passed on to every man. And is unto man, every man, for once to die. And every man has sinned. When we think about sin, we must think in the terms that sin separates us from God. God looked down on his son when his son was the sacrifice on that cross. And when he took all the sin of the world on him, even he said, Father, why have you forsaken me? Because God cannot look on sin on his son. He can't look on sin on me or you. We have to have the ability, which only comes through the Holy Spirit, to have victory over sin. When Paul was talking about the law, this was about the law that was going to be given by God.
Amen.
See, and the law that was given by God was devised by the Godhead.
Amen.
And this law that God gave to us, it was a prescribed order for victory. Now, we know of the Masonic law.
Amen.
And we know that man was trying in his own energy